The woman was shocked to discover that her missing husband had become her younger sister's boyfriend. When she stepped forward to question why he had not come home for 5 years, her husband said he did not know her. Before the woman could react, her sister pushed her to the ground. Her daughter hurried over to help, but they were involved in a car accident. When the woman woke up again, she realized she had gone back to 5 years earlier. At that moment, her husband's younger brother walked in and said her husband had gone missing due to a plane crash. He comforted the woman and told her not to be too upset. But when the woman thought of what had happened to her and her daughter in the previous life, she decided to leave the city before her husband returned. 5 years passed quickly. There was only 1 month left until the day her husband had appeared in the previous life. So she took her daughter to say goodbye to her husband's younger brother. But then a nurse told them that an emergency patient had arrived at the entrance. Because the woman had been the best doctor in the hospital, she rushed over to check the situation. The woman never imagined that the patient would be her own sister and that her husband would appear earlier than before. The man begged her to save his girlfriend. The woman became frightened and refused to operate on her sister. Just as the man was about to condemn her, his younger brother asked him where he had been for the past 5 years. Then the younger brother took out a photo of him and the woman and said the woman had been his wife. The man was instantly stunned, but he refused to believe he was the woman's husband, and the woman finally performed the surgery on her younger sister. After learning that the woman had saved her, her sister became smug. She mocked the woman and said that no matter how capable she was, she still lost to her when it came to love. It turned out the sister had been their father's illegitimate daughter, and the woman's mother had not allowed an illegitimate child to fight for the family inheritance. So the sister had always been jealous of the woman. The woman turned to leave, but her sister suddenly grabbed her and knelt before her. She shouted for the woman to spare her. At that moment, the woman's husband walked in and scolded the woman for mistreating a patient despite being a doctor. When her daughter ran into the room, the little girl immediately defended her mother. She said that the bad woman had been holding her mother's hand tightly and refusing to let go. But the woman's sister claimed the girl was lying. The man became furious and warned the woman that if she dared to bully his girlfriend again, he would never forgive her. The woman walked out of the ward with her daughter in disappointment. The daughter tore up the man's photo and said she no longer needed a father. The woman felt guilty toward her daughter and regretted not leaving earlier. When they returned home, she packed all their luggage. She put all the letters she once exchanged with her husband into a box and asked the maid to throw them away. Right after the woman left, her sister suddenly had a medical crisis, and the man told the nurse to find the woman to do the surgery. But the nurse said the woman had already resigned, so the man had no choice but to go to her house to find her. When the maid saw him, she became emotional. Then she handed him the box she had been holding.